Hello, Richard, Los Angeles. I wanted to do a video on Evergrande, the catastrophe in China, the disaster that is occurring right now as we speak, or as I speak. And regarding that clip, it looks like everything is coming to a crash. And here an article, BlackRock, Ashmore, and PIMCO are now on the hook for Evergrande, Asia's largest high-yield dollar issuer. Tune in live to hear everything you need to know about China Evergrande Group. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff out there. I will keep this short. Evergrande is a real estate developer, and they also have diversified into other areas of business, including water bottling and sports. So right now they're on the hook for about $300 billion. I believe it's a lot more than that. You really can't trust everything you see in the papers or on the news. But the problem with Evergrande is that they cannot pay their payables, their debt, and their operating expenses. And most of the money they've got were down payments on apartments that they were supposed to develop, but they've overextended themselves. What I feel that got to this point, because they had, even till now, there's been substantial cash flow that is very liquid up until this point. But I feel that and it's more of a feeling than, it's based on my experience, because I've worked for these developers in the Century City, Beverly Hills, and Los Angeles. And I see them spend more than what they take in as profit. So normally you have a budget, and you go based on that budget on the upcoming year, and that's how much you spend. A lot of times I see spending going above and beyond budgets. And I have a feeling this is what has occurred with this Evergrande group. And what happens is now the investors, the ones that put the down payment in the apartments, are demanding, they're actually, from what I've seen, they are actually holding hostage the owner of the company. So this goes back 20 plus years, and they really saw their heydays 10 years ago. Even till now, there was a lot of growth potential. But just because they are not able to pay their loans, they are in a default status. So basically loans are on 30 days, and if you miss a payment, technically you're in a default status. You could catch up within 2 months, and so I don't know if they're beyond a 30-day stretch, but if they are beyond 30 days, then they're entering into the second month where they haven't paid their lenders, and that is going to be a problem, because what happens is they now owe 2 months worth of payments plus late fees. And again, I'm going to keep this really short. So and here it says investors are facing a growing list of worries, from the Delta variant to a potential debt default by the U.S. government here at home. So these are valid concerns, very, very valid. the job growth in the United States really tanked. It's been in trouble for the last year and a half. I've driven around Los Angeles. I did a couple of videos. A lot of businesses are closing up, and I still see more businesses in the Los Angeles area having liquidation sales. They're reneging on paying their leases, and they just want to get out. And so there's a lot of self-reflection. Business owners are saying to themselves, is this really worth it? I might as well close up shop and live my life. And I think that's what's happening right now for the most part. I really, because of this in China, I feel that there's going to be a fourth stimulus. We have problems south of the border too as well with the Haitians. There's 15,000 plus growing that want to enter the United States. So this is a worldwide disaster that is in the making. I feel that it's going to be really, really rough in 2022, and the government will have to do another stimulus, a fourth or a fifth one, to get money into the people to spend. And then what's going to happen with this bailout? The Chinese government, I won't get into the politics. I have my own opinion about it, but they will come out with the bailout. So again, you have 30 days. And if it's beyond the first month of non-payment, they're going into the second month, and that's when the problem starts. And if it enters into the third month, the lenders could work with Evergrande to reduce their interest rate on the loan and maybe carry back the missed payments on the back of the loan. So there's multiple ways that the lenders would handle this. I know from my experience in the U.S., lenders are not that savvy as far as working out with default borrowers. They'd rather pursue legal recourse and take back the asset, which is not beneficial. So I would rather work with a borrower that is defaulting, working with them, and that goes along with renters that has not paid. It's better to work with them than to, as long as there's effort to show that on both sides, both parties are trying to work it out. So, you know, there are possibilities that this could come out of this with Evergrande. They can come out of this by working with the lenders if the lenders will allow that. The other option that I see, that the Chinese government will intervene. And the question here is, how will the Chinese government intervene, if at all? And China has been growing increasingly concerned about debt levels in the country, especially in its overheated property sector. A default would raise concerns about the stability of China's financial system, and some investors worry about contagion when fear tied to a major event spreads. So yes, the fear is, I said in my other videos, confidence is one of the key elements in investing. When you have fear and investment starts to tank, such as stocks, then you've got problems. So what I do see is the government will come in. Again, there's a 30-day window, then you have a 60-day window and a 90-day window. And that's in the U.S. I just don't know how it works in China, but I do believe that the Chinese government will come in, and they will two options. They will force the lender, and they will force the lender. They can ruthlessly force the lender to work out a deal with the borrower. Consider that saying that the owner of the company, Evergrande, the president, is in. He hasn't been harmed in any way, physically and mentally. It's truly a terrible time what this guy is going through. Or second, they would just do a stimulus and pay a portion of the debt out just to buy some time, and that would squash these fears. It can go either two ways. So I would not panic. And even though if it crashes in China, which I doubt will happen, right now is a good buying opportunity. And I've looked at several stocks today. Disney. It's trading 178 and went down to 167 earlier today and then picked back up. So there's resilience. GE stock is another good one. And it's at $99. So these are, so you can see the futures here. How it goes out into the future. It's still resilient. I mean, I don't see any crash. I mean, literally you would see this go down to the bottom. There are no crashes. And then as far as the cryptos, I like it. It's good buying opportunities. Look, you still have OMG Network in the green, Arivia in the green, Nano Dogecoin. Look at that. What is Nano Dogecoin? What is that? 1 trillion% growth? I don't know. Baby Fit Space Floki, 5,700% growth today. Space Cowboy, what, 3,842% growth rate of return. So, you know, Bitcoin's around 4,300 and Ethereum, you know, you're not seeing a tank. And if you did see a tank, this would drop down to like 500, 10,000, 500 or 1,000. You know, Bitcoin, if it crashed, it would go down to 10,000. But basically, it's all in the red right now. And that's for everything. So, you know, I would not worry. And actually, quite frankly, in the past, we've had severe corrections, and those days were great buying opportunities. In Riverside, California, I saw 4 or 5 bedroom houses back in 2010 going for $200,000. Now they're $800,000, $1 million in just 10 years. But then again, people didn't have money back in 2010. So the borrowing, the lending efficiencies were not there. I really wish that if people wanted to buy a home, they can just simply provide the documents online and, you know, and get the loan and buy a house. If they show years of, you know, stability, credit worthiness, income. I mean, but it's very difficult to work with these lenders in getting a loan. And a lot of it is based on judgment. If they like you or they don't like you, or if they don't trust you, you don't get the loan. And that's what it boils down to, even if you have a high FICO score. So anyways, I would just suggest not to worry. Even 2 weeks from now, it does crash in China. And then the world, you know, has a, what do you call it? Like a seismic event. I wouldn't buy. I mean, I wouldn't worry. I would buy. I would invest. I would buy on the low and sell at the high. And cryptos are where it's at for me. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. A disclaimer here is I'm not advising anybody to invest. I'm not you know, this is strictly for entertainment purposes. And do me one last favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. I do respond to my comments, and I do try to respond in a positive and, you know, and provide advice too as well. So thank you so much again, and have a great night.